Hey guys, NoZoupForYou here, and you are watching some USS Kidd gameplay. If you'll recall, several months ago, it feels like eons ago at this point, I did a preview of the USS Kidd. Now, that has largely been lost to time. Probably forgotten what I said about it back then. Even I myself kind of had to go through and take a look at what I said. But back then, the Kidd was very much lacking. It was not really a great destroyer. Yeah, it had some awesome history. I spoke about that lineage and what it did in World War II and how it liked to ransom downed aviators for ice cream. Yeah, the USS Kidd was very much a raider, a pirate raider, which is why it has its namesake painted on a smokestack that you can actually see in-game. The USS Kidd, Captain Kidd. There you go. Well, anyhow, the USS Kidd is back. It is a different ship, and I must say it is a lot better than it was before. Now, the main reason for that is primarily because it has a heal now. In addition to the heal, you've got such things as defensive fire, which you can swap out for speed boost. Right now I'm using speed boost only because I had not encountered a lot of aircraft carriers, and obviously the one round that I switch it out, I do run into aircraft carriers. That was the one thing that has kind of remained the same regarding the Kidd. The Kidd is a very good anti-aircraft platform as far as destroyers are concerned. It will serve you well in that respect. Historically, that center, or not center, but that kind of second torpedo tube launcher was removed so that they could put more anti-aircraft guns in, because at that point in the war the bigger fear was not having to worry about other ships, it was having to worry about aircraft and suicide bombers, kamikazes. So they removed the torpedo tubes and added more anti-aircraft guns, and that's the configuration that you see in the Kidd right now. It is a Fletcher class destroyer that has half the torpedoes that the current Fletcher has in-game. So you've got 5 torpedo tubes, that's it. Now, the reason I did not like this ship before remains the same. Your torpedoes just aren't that good. I don't enjoy them whatsoever. They take forever to load, 2 minutes. They're basically Benson torpedoes. They've got a top speed of 55 knots. So really, when you get up-tiered in a Tier 9, Tier 10 match, it hurts. Those torpedoes aren't going to help you that much. So one of the things to remember with the Kidd is that if you're looking for a lot of damage output, you're not going to do it in this ship. You're just not. Don't get me wrong, you can have some phenomenal games in this ship. I've seen some, I've had some myself, but you're just not going to be able to do that every single round. This ship's purpose is not damage output. Yes, you've got those really nice guns. I really like the guns on these. The reload time, just about 3 seconds. Fast firing, 127 millimeter shells, the 5-inchers. I enjoy the guns on this ship. It's great, you know. It's similar to the Benson, similar to the Fletcher. And anyone who has played USDDs will be very familiar and very comfortable with these guns. Decent chance of fire. Of course, they have that nice high basketball arc, which when I say nice, I don't mean it's nice. I can't stand the arc on US destroyers, but you make it work. And when ships get close, you can do fairly decent against them. So, with that being said, USS Kidd is not going to be a significant damage-producing ship, but that's not its purpose. That is not its purpose in this game. Its purpose, and I think it's going to get a significant look by those wanting a new, or at least to shake things up in competitive gameplay. I think the Kidd is going to be a force to reckon with in the competitive scene. And the reason for that is, obviously, it's got that anti-aircraft capability. So, in certain leagues, supremacy leagues, when you've got aircraft you got to worry about, if you're in smoke, you can sit there, you can pop your defensive fire. Always nice having that on a destroyer. The other thing about it is, this is an absolute scout ship. And you can see right here, I'm smoking my teammate up. He ran into a little bit of trouble and was getting, surprise, the planes knew where he was at, but at least he's hidden. He can kind of sit there and heal. And that's the thing about the Kidd as well. You've got that phenomenal smoke, that long-lasting USDD smoke. That coupled with anti-aircraft capabilities is a good thing. But I haven't even touched on the best part about this ship yet as I try and get off this little shoal, the side of the hill here I'm kind of stuck on. I guess it's magnetic and it's just kind of attached me, but no, I haven't even got to the best part about that ship, and it's the heals. The heals are what makes this a completely different ship, and I think that's what the appeal is going to be on this ship. The heal on this thing keeps you going, it keeps you in the fight, and I think that will... It's just going to be a huge dividend when you're playing in a competitive match or ranked battles if we ever go back to Tier 8, where you need to stay in the game. And you might be facing those Tier 9 and 10 destroyers that just kind of wreck you. But with that heal, you can keep yourself going. I had a round where I went toe-to-toe with an Udaloy, and, you know, I knocked him down to nothing and sunk him, and, you know, he took me down in health also. But because of my heals... while I was close to being down to nothing, I was able to heal halfway up, and it kept me in the fight the entire round. The heal's a big deal, and watch this right here. Your torps, while I said they're not that great, they're still good in surprise circumstances, even as slow as they are. Even as slow as the torps are, don't forget you have them. Don't forget to use them. You can see right here, I'm just biding my time against this Conqueror. And we all hate Conquerors, right? I know you all do. You voiced your opinion about them, but it's always nice when you get the jump on one in a destroyer. And even with these slow torpedoes, these Benson torpedoes, if you get the jump on a battleship, you're going to sink it. And Mr. Conqueror here... you know, he's at half. If he had any more health than he did, these torpedoes might not have taken him out. But there he goes. Always nice sinking a Conqueror. A lot of fun. I hit the heal, and while I was on low health, I get myself back up to decent health. So, really, the USS Kidd is a completely different destroyer. If you weren't that hot on it before... I think it's worth a look now, and I think those in competitive gameplay might take a serious look at it as well, just because it's so... you can basically make it how you want it. I wouldn't waste captain skills on trying to get the torpedo reload any faster. I mean, the torpedoes are there. You're not going to use it to deny areas with it. I mean, you've only got 5, and it takes 2 minutes to reload. I would focus on your guns, your gun speed, boosting that anti-aircraft capability, you know, AFT, BFT, that type of thing. And with that, you know, this is just a multi-dimensional destroyer now, but that heal is just phenomenal. The heal is what puts this ship over the top, in my opinion, but this ship is not one that's going to have a high damage output. You got to play kind of selfless in it, and that's why I think it's going to be more popular and competitive and ranked than it will be in regular pub games. Just because you're not going to get that high damage output, you use that 5.8 concealment to get out there, and I didn't realize I was the one spotting him, so you're going to see me exit here so I can start spotting again. You just use this ship to keep spotting. 5.8 concealment, get out there, smoke your team, stay close to the enemy, and keep the entire team spotted. This ship is a spotting machine. It is a scout. And if you take damage while you're scouting, guess what? You've got those heals to put you right back in the battle. So I think it's for those reasons that the ship, while some people might not have wanted it before, I think it might get a good look now. I am impressed by the Kidd and its capabilities. While it's not my favorite U.S. destroyer, there are definite positives to this ship that I think will make many people want to play it. And here I am, I'm going to smoke up real quick because I'm taking some damage. And whew, wow, barely got any health left right now, and I don't think I can even repair at all. But yeah, just a little bit. See, even when you are within a hair of death, you can get yourself back up into the living, and that is just the beauty and the magic of the heals on this ship. And of course, you know, when you're in that smoke and you get those really fast firing guns pumping, you can light ships on fire and rack up the damage that way. So yeah, overall, The Kidd, I am very impressed with it right now. They took it back to the drawing boards. They thought how they could make it better, and adding that heel just makes all the difference in the world. It makes it a completely different ship. Yes, the torpedoes still aren't that great. Yes, I wish the reload was a little better. I'd love to have faster reload. Maybe 90 seconds instead of 120 seconds, you know, get it down to a minute and a half or even less than that, because, I mean, you only have 5 for Pete's sakes. But, you know, still, even with the torpedoes that I don't like, you've got good guns on this ship. And you do have torpedoes close in if you need them, but that heel, again, is just going to make this ship, it's going to make it something to deal with when it comes to ranked, if we ever get back to Tier 8, or competitive gameplay. So I know I've talked to some of the competitive players, and they're very interested in the ship just for its spotting capabilities and for that US smoke and the heels right there being able to keep it in a battle. So I really think a lot of people are going to watch this, and this is not looking good. That's a lot of torps. Anyhow, guys, thanks for watching USS Kidd. Worth a second look. Take it easy. I'm out.